That's right, I got a job. Now, mind you, I worked as a director of information technology for one of the largest publishing companies in the state of West Virginia for 15 years, and then decided to go out on my own with self-employment. And when I wrapped that up, is about the time I started doing YouTube, maybe shortly before, maybe a month or two before I actually closed that business. So since then, I've been completely unemployed. Everything I've been doing has been 3D printing or mowing the grass or feeding the dogs, but certainly hasn't been working. So recently I picked up a job again as the director of IT for a nonprofit organization that has several locations here in West Virginia, which has got me bouncing around a little bit, but that's okay. Now, balancing the 3D print business with now what is a job has been challenging, as you can tell, because I haven't posted a video for about a week and a half. So let's not mess around. Let's do some updates to the 3D print business and exactly what's going on. And then maybe we'll talk about that job a little bit. Whatever you guys want to talk about, jump in the comments and let me know. You want to know more about the job? You want to know what's going on? I will tell you, I bought another 3D printer, and it's not a bamboo. And we're going to do a video all about just that, because it's worthy. It really is. I think we should definitely do a dedicated video to why the new printer was not a bamboo, and obviously what it is. So one of the first upgrades to the room was boxes. I needed a different type of box. Now, back when I was hitting that peak, and hopefully I hit that peak again, people were ordering 3 to 5 at a time, and that was putting me in a sticky situation because I was sometimes having to split those orders into 2 separate boxes, which was beating me up on shipping. So now we had to fix that. So we went ahead and picked up a bigger box. This one is a 16 by 12 by 10. That 16 by 12 by 10 will hold a lot more units. And on those bigger orders, now I can still ship them as one shipment. I continue to use my primary, which is a 12 by 10 by 8. And I have some of those in stock now. Now we go over here, I 3D printed a couple of items, and no, I have not built my table yet. I'm working on it. I'm not holding out for any company anymore to send me a table. F them, I don't care. Even if they offered it at this point, I'm telling them no. But I'm going to build my workbench, my custom workbench, and I'm going to do that. I haven't had a chance yet, but I went ahead and printed a spool holder. I call it a spool holder, but it's a roll holder now, isn't it? Yes, a roll holder to hold my bubble packing material, I should say, up above me right in my work area. That way I don't have to turn around to try to get it. And I started buying it in bulk off of Amazon versus buying it off of Uline. It's actually cheaper to buy it through Amazon, even though the bubble material itself is slightly more expensive. It comes at free shipping, and Uline will soak you for shipping. So saving some bucks there. As you can see, my tape holder is mounted to the wall, and below there I also started using craft paper. And of the hundreds of these items that I've shipped, I've only had 2 fail in shipping. They broke inside the box even though the box wasn't damaged. So that tells me that jumping around in the box, moving around in the box, is what caused that product to fail. So I went ahead and picked up a roll of craft paper. So after the product is wrapped up in bubble, then the bottom and the top of the box is filled with craft paper to take up every possible inch to make sure that the product stays in place while it's in shipping. And so far that has been working very well. I've got a lot of reviews to do, and I do apologize. Ziltech, they had sent me some filament a while back, and I did one project with it, but I really haven't been able to talk about what they're up to, and that is some important information. I think we're going to bring some news to the community, and I think that's a good thing. I apologize to them. I haven't got video done, and what you guys are doing down there is super exciting. So I really can't wait to bring it up in this video, and I don't know that anybody else has announced it yet. So it won't be in this video, but it will be in a dedicated video, and it's coming up, I promise. Munbin, thank you to Munbin Reach Out. Again, they were probably the first company to ever say, hey, we want to send you a product, check it out, let us know what you think. And so thanks to them, because they've done it again. This time they've come out with a new label printer that fixes a couple small annoyances with the old label printer, and they've sent that to me. And additionally, they've also sent me a postal scale, and that's amazing. Lets me weigh my boxes before I shipped them. I was using an older postal scale, and it wasn't very precise. And thank God the shipping companies, gives me a little bit of leeway. But now I can be very precise on the weight of my products packed up, because I have that postal scale available. And we will be doing a dedicated review to both of those items, because I think they are absolutely necessary. If you're doing a small 3D print business, having a good label printer is important. Saving a buck on a good label printer is super important, and I think that's where Munbin comes in, because very affordable. At the same time, it's a good product. So a review will be coming up on that. Just signed for another review that will be coming up soon, and I'm hoping that well, we kind of agreed to terms, but we haven't communicated that the product's been shipped. So I got another one coming up on top of that. That printer, I will allude to what I purchased, and I'll even show you. And here you go. It is the FlashForge AD5M, and I got to tell you, yes, I'm going to do a dedicated video, but I don't regret that for a minute. I don't regret that for a minute. And you guys know how back and forth and how kind of like analysis paralysis I've been on buying that next printer and what it's going to be. So this may be a bit of a shock to some of you, because you were probably expecting me to buy another A1. And I think in a lot of ways, I expected me to buy another A1 too. But here we are with the FlashForge AD5M. And again, look for that video in the future, and I'm looking forward to it. I've got a bunch to get caught up on. Now let's talk a little bit about this job. Yes, I took a job as the Director of Information Technology for a nonprofit here in West Virginia that has multiple locations from the south of West Virginia clear up to north central West Virginia. And they are a rapidly growing company, and they needed an IT person. Now, interestingly enough, at the time, you guys knew I didn't even have a job. The pay wasn't great, but if I was able to snag it at that moment, it would have been cool, because obviously I got no money coming in anyway. So holding out for that 100K job would be cool, but when you need a job, you need a job. They called. Salary wasn't awesome, but I like the idea of it. I like working in that nonprofit and helping people. So I said, you know what? I'm in. So I get there, and I realize why CEOs and business managers shouldn't try to describe what an IT job really is, because these guys did the best they could. But when I finally got in there, day one of work, and walked in, I was like, whoa, this is way more work than they were able to communicate to me. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's the update. So finding this balance of making YouTube videos, getting stuff out to you, which I still really enjoy doing, and I have every intention of keeping on doing that particular thing. But producing those high value videos, like in-depth reviews or talking about why I did this or why I did that, can take some time, and sometimes it takes multiple days. I love doing those project type videos, but unfortunately with my current schedule, it's going to be tough. But I'm going to try to continue doing those, because I love it. Now, if that ends up being just one video a week, then it is what it is. But at least I'm still putting out the content I want to put out. I don't want to put out BS content just to say I put out a video. Either it's going to have a purpose or I'm just not going to do it. And maybe that's why you haven't seen a video for a week and a half, because I just haven't had a dedicated reason to do it or time to do it properly. So that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. Tap into the comments. Let me know, what do you think about what I've been saying here? And like, you looking forward to a review on the FlashForge? If you've been looking for a label printer, do you think Munbin's worth it? I'll let you know about that. Changes to the shop, things I've created. What do you think about that? Jump in the comments. Give me some words. Give me something. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Later.